I'm Matt Lewis with MLF Legal, and this is episode 31 in our series on general workers' compensation issues. Today we're going to talk about gross negligence resulting in the death of an employee. So in almost every situation, an employer is protected against lawsuits after a work injury. Employers can lose that protection when an employee dies as a result of an on-the-job injury. So there are a lot of ways that employees can get killed on the job. We handled a case for a family of a guy who was electrocuted while working as a lineman. We've handled cases where the employee died as a result of a car wreck in the oil fields. We've handled cases where employees fell off of scaffolding. We currently represent the family of a man that was knocked off the top of a load by machinery that was driven by another employee. We even helped a kid whose dad was shot and killed while he worked on the golf course. Now, when an employee dies as a result of a work accident, the family can sue the employer if they can prove the employer acted with gross negligence. And gross negligence is something more than simple negligence. Most of the time, we think of negligence as something like when you cause a car wreck because you were sending a text message instead of looking where you were going. And gross negligence is more than that. Gross negligence is when the employer does something that they know is extremely risky, but they do it anyway without regard for the safety of their employee. Now, in one of the examples above, the employee fell off of scaffolding at a construction site. And the reason why the fall happened is because the employer didn't provide the safety harnesses that would have allowed the employee to be tied off to the scaffolding. And that would have prevented the fall, and it's required by law. And that is an example of gross negligence. When an employee dies due to the employer's gross negligence, that employee's wife and children can sue the employer for causing that death. Remember to always work safe, but if an accident happens, call MLF.